my birthday. What is up? What is up, gorgeous people? What is up? It is a gorgeous, you guys already know, when the sun is out, when the sun is hitting the skin on a Saturday afternoon, there is just something so beautiful about this time of the day and this particular day and the way that the sun is hitting. So, man, there's just so many things I want to talk about. There's just so many things. Like, sometimes I'm like, that would be cool if I could just live stream all the time and just have like a, I don't know, like a floating phone where you could just have it floating somehow, like with gravity or something, and you could just position it wherever you want in the air and it just follows me around. That would be really cool because there's always so many things that I want to talk about. Hello, hello. Thank you, Lisa. You know what it is? I think it's because I'm feeling good today. My birthday's tomorrow. I'm feeling the reset is done. So for anyone that has been doing the 2025 reset, I'm happy you said that. I was going to talk about this later, but I might as well talk about it right now. I did the 2025 reset. Some of you guys did it with me. Some of you guys actually stuck it all the way through. And we're doing the honor system, right? So I'm trusting you guys. Some of you guys said that you guys did the whole thing. No bread, no starch, water, no gluten, no, what else? No caffeine, right? That one was optional. That one was more of just like a personal thing for me, but no caffeine, right? No, I feel like there's something I'm missing. Of course, making sure to go to bed early, making sure to get back on your circadian rhythm, making sure not to eat super close to when you go to sleep. If you guys are going to sleep on a stomach full of food, just kiss that night of sleep goodbye. Yeah, your eyes might be closed and you might be technically asleep, but you are not maximizing on the body being in like closed for business hours time period, where your body can reconstruct, do its thing, get rid of, detox, get rid of bad cells, like not maximizing that time. You will not maximize that time if you are eating close to when you go to sleep, okay? So the reason why I said all that, Lisa, is because I feel like this is a byproduct of like doing that reset for 30 days. You guys, I feel so good on the reset. And if anyone's interested, don't know what I'm talking about, I have linked it down below in the description. It's just called 2025 Reset. It's free. It's a free downloadable. It's 100 different whole foods that I've been eating all week, all month. And then I did cook the food for 3 weeks. And then the last week, so this whole last week, I've done nothing but raw food. Okay, you guys, I'm telling you, I think that the raw food, you guys, like did something. And I feel so good that I think I'm going to continue after my birthday tomorrow. So my birthday's tomorrow. I want to eat pasta tomorrow. I just do. I want to eat pasta. I want to have some cake. I'm dedicating my birthday tomorrow to my mom. So my birthday really is my mom's anniversary of when she gave birth to her first child. Like, literally, when you think about it, we should really be celebrating our moms on our birthday, because when our moms literally gave birth to an entire human being, like, that was the day my mom realized how powerful her body was, like how blessed she was to be given a vessel that can birth an entire human being that's going to go out and do things that like be of service to the planet, right? Like, that was and I'm her first child. So it's like, this is the first time she realized how powerful her body is. She went through she changed, right? Like, when you have a baby, I've never had a child. All glory to God. I'm having faith in God. I would love to be a mother one day. But my mom literally like had a what would you call it? Like she evolved that day when she gave birth to me. Okay? She evolved that day. Meaning, had nothing to do with me, just like her and her relationship with God and her. So I'm taking my mom out to dinner for my birthday tomorrow. So we're going to celebrate her. I told my mom this too. I go, Mom, my birthday is the anniversary of you giving birth. Like you literally transforming. So shout out to the mothers out there, all the moms, we got to give them some respect. They carry children for 9 months in their womb. Okay. Sacrifice, having to eat healthy. Some mothers still working. My mom worked, you guys. My mother worked all the way up until she gave birth to me, pretty much. And then she only went on maternity leave for like a week or something crazy like that. Like, and my grandmother, she was blessed to have my grandmother. And my grandmother really helped her out during that time. So like, it's amazing to me. Like when women are working, like when I see women like at 7 months, 8 months, like when the belly is like really, really pronounced and ready to go, and they're working still, I'm just like, women, like you're literally birthing, like cooking a human in your body and still working, like paying bills. It's just crazy. So I just want to give a shout out to all the mothers, like a serious shout out. Like we should not be worried about, we should not be just focused on our mothers when it's Mother's Day. We should also be remembering to honor our mom through the glory of God first, giving our mom, right, the power and the love and just the maturity and all of that. Like that was my mom had me when she was 25, which is a good age, you know, 25 in the 80s, normal, not too young, not too old. Like it was, you know, during that time, that age was fine. Which is still fine now, you know, these days, but she was 25. But when I think back when I was 25, I'm like, I was like a mess. Like, you know what I mean? I'm kidding. I wasn't a mess, but like I was where my mind is now, as opposed to how many years is that? That would be 13 years ago. No, it'll go on 14 years ago. 14 years ago. Like, gosh, you guys, when my mom was, guys, I'll be 39 tomorrow. When my mom was 39, she had a 14-year-old. Wait, am I like doing the math wrong? No, she had a high schooler at 39 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she literally was, she had owned 2 homes before the time she was 45, 2 4-bedroom homes, 2 bath. Her second home had a pool, upstairs, downstairs, 2 living rooms, a big, beautiful kitchen, single black African-American mother. Okay. Out here getting it. So I was just like, you know what? My birthday tomorrow is my mom's day. Okay. 45 is bad. 45 is pretty good to own 2 homes by the time before you're 45 years old. My mom owned 2 homes by herself. No spouse, by herself with 2 children. I'm not advocating for that. My mom doesn't advocate for that either. Just side note, but that's a whole nother video. But that just ended up being how the chips fell for her. That ended up being her circumstances. But instead of like not being out here getting it, right? Hopefully they'll let me over. There's like something in the middle of the street. Instead of just like doing the woe is me and just kind of like the complaint, my mom was literally working for the government. She was out here getting it. Okay. I'm just going to put it like that. And when I sit back, I'm like, gosh, I think that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's different standards these days, but I think owning 2 4-bedroom homes, with 2 baths. I think the second home had 3 baths, pool in the backyard, 3-car garage. No, I'm not 45. I'm the 2 children. Okay, I'm not sure what you're talking about. No, I'm not 45. Girl, you know you're beautiful. Wish I could give you a hug. I appreciate it. So, you guys, yeah, so tomorrow I'm just feeling good in my spirit. I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling strong. I'm excited for, I'm excited for the next level. I'm at level 39. I've graduated to level 39. So I'm excited about it, and we're celebrating my mom for that. It's the anniversary of my mom giving birth. Like, we got to put some respect on that. Like, it's not a joke. Giving, like, mothers just do so much. They do so much. And then my mom had me, and then had my brother. So then you have a 4-year-old still working. Then now you're about to give birth to the second. It's just like women are just amazing. Would you broadcast tomorrow? I might. Yeah, I might go live tomorrow on my birthday. I might go live and pop in and say hi for like maybe 10-15 minutes. So Lisa, how's it going with the ebook, with the workouts? If you didn't work out, what's going on with the water? What's going on with the intermittent fasting? What's going on? Oh, you told me you were already on top of the intermittent fasting, but how's it going? So, and the reason why, you guys, I just had a realization this week, actually, while I was having just only fruits, only vegetables, not cooked. So I was having only doing my salads, my salad dressing with olive oil, and I would put a bunch of herbs and spices in it. So I would, on purpose, in the olive oil, I would put sea salt, pepper, oregano, dill, garlic, onion, or what is it? Onion powder and garlic powder. Just, I would load it up. And so during this week, I was like, why is it that I weighed myself? I keep hovering right now these days between 135, 136. The number doesn't matter, but it's just more the body composition I'm paying attention to. But I'm 5'7", 135. And I know, like, I'm always sitting. So, like, I probably look a lot, like, bigger than that. Sitting all the time and just kind of be like, hey, guys, like, hunched over. But look at my other videos and you'll be able to tell, like, my height and stuff, and, like, my body. If you're trying to, like, kind of compare, like, okay, what's Ciana's body stature like? So I was like, how is it that I'm headed for 40 and I'm pretty much the same weight that I was all my 20s, right? Other than that one time I lost 30 pounds and never gained it back, which I always talk about. Because I shut down for 6 months. Because I shut down, you guys, for 6 months. I dedicated those 6 months to reflection, not eating late, prayer, meditation, getting on top of my habits, getting my hormones together, doing just taking some time to not have a social life, like just and socially be with myself, right? Because of that 6-month investment, I'm now always going to permanently have dividends from that 6-month investment. That 6-month investment is why I'm feeling how I feel today. Calm. These days I have really good stress management, right? I don't call it stress-free. I might even try to stop saying like I'm stress-free. It's more stress management. It is impossible to be a human being on planet Earth and not have stress. Like, it doesn't exist. Like, those two don't coexist together. There's always a level of stress on the body, period. So stress management, getting better and better every day at stress management is really what the game changer is going to be. Okay. My knees hurt during the workout, but I'm going to get it done. Okay. Bomb. And you might want to, I mean, it's intense. So you might want to take a couple days, like maybe do it 2 days next week, you know, maybe do it 1 day and then just fast walk on an incline. That was how I lost a lot of weight too. Is walking on incline as high as you can go, as high as the treadmill can go. And as fast as you can go. So fast, and not holding on. And then as soon as you feel like you have to hold on, then slow it down. And then once you kind of catch your breath again, go back up. But that was a really, really good one that I did. So, I realized this is the big realization. The reason why I think I lost the 30 pounds and kept it off, doing the 4 pillars that I always talk about, the 4 pillars that I always talk about with you guys is down in the description. It's a top link in the description. Click on it and read about it. I realized that I have been, this whole time, I have been always detoxing. So it wasn't really about the losing of the weight. Go ahead. It wasn't really about the losing of the weight. It's because I'm always detoxing, so I never accumulate weight. Okay? So like, for example, there's HIIT cardio workouts specifically in there. There's like 5 or 6 of them in there. And I have some circuits that I learned from my own research in combination with my master trainer that I had hired and learned from as well. There's some workouts in there. It's busy today over here at the gym. So those workouts, and Lisa has been doing them so she can hopefully back me up on this. When you do those workouts, you sweat a lot. Now stick with me. When you sweat a lot, okay, you're getting rid of toxins. When you're getting rid of toxins, you have more energy because you're not clogged up with inflammation in your body, right? Like you don't, like all the toxins just from like the microplastics, heavy metals in our food, the environment, right? When you go inside of a sauna and when you go inside of a steam room and when you do a lot of workouts, when you sweat, okay, you then get back in touch. I cannot find parking here. You then get back in touch with your like natural energy. And when you have natural energy, stick with me. When you have natural energy, you actually want to work out. You actually want to meal prep. You actually want to research healthier food. You actually want to research different meal prep ideas. This whole time, I'm thinking, okay, well, because I'm doing the 4 pillars, right? One of them is these specific HIIT cardio workouts that I always have been doing for years in combination with these other 3 pillars. It's all 4 of the pillars together. It's a whole detox program. I think it's the jumping that's bad. Okay, the jumping, okay. You can do the jumping one without having to jump. Like just cut the jump part out for a while because we want to preserve those knees. We want to preserve those knees. But do you guys see what I'm saying? Like when you're detoxing all the time, because essentially fat is inside our fat cells. There's toxins in it. So when you work out and you're tapping into your fat storage, you're detoxing. So then when you're detoxing, you feel better. And then you actually feel like working out. You feel like being healthy. So this whole time I'm like, oh my gosh. And then when you do, one of the other pillars is intermittent fasting. When you do intermittent fasting, you're detoxing. There's another concoction of a drink that I, have been drinking for years. These days I probably drink it like a couple times a month, but like a couple years ago I would drink it like every single other day or every single day. You want to do your research. If you get the book, read about what I'm talking about, and you'll see if it's something that you need to take. it is popping today. Like, there's like no parking. It's a 2:20 on a Saturday afternoon. So people are out. Okay, I'm gonna park, and I wanna, because I really want you guys to understand this. I literally had this revelation. I go, oh my gosh, it's not a weight loss book. It's a detox book. Yes, it's technically a weight loss book too, but it's more of a detox book. So I think sometimes when people do these weight loss programs, they'll do a fitness program and then they'll get on a meal program, right? But like sometimes like you're not also detoxing depending on the workouts that you're doing, the intensity of the workouts, okay? And then the types of food that you're eating and the amount, like the type of food and the amount of food. And it's like, when are you really, like you could eat a healthy dinner, but if you're eating it at 10 p.m. at night, your body's not going to detox correctly. Your body's not going to be working optimally to, this is crazy, you guys. Like, this is wild. Like, there really is no parking. It's hot. Why is it like, it's actually hot outside, you guys. I really just want to find a parking spot. Like, is that too much to ask? Just a parking spot. Okay, so, okay guys, I just want to find a parking spot real quick so I can, I just want to find a parking spot so I can like get you guys this information so I can concentrate. You guys, I hope that you guys don't mind the air on for a little bit because this is wild. Okay, I'm gonna just park right here for a couple of seconds. That's why this is like, why is it set to 90? I'm in here burning up. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try to, okay. All right, here we are. I think once I get more this weight off, my knees get better. Oh, okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. Thank you guys for the compliments. I appreciate it. Lisa, but collagen supplements will help your cartilage and tendons. Okay. The 4 pillars are very realistic to my lifestyle. Yes. That's why, Lisa, you guys listen to Lisa, okay? It seems so simple, but it's the consistency with the 4 together. And the only I wouldn't have been able to realize that 9 years ago because I've been doing the same 4 things for the last 9 years. And I think that like some seasons we focus on 1 or 2 of the pillars, but it's the 4 together consistently over a long period of time is just how you keep, you get in front of it all the time, right? So it's like every day I'm actually living a detoxed lifestyle. Some weeks I don't do a good job of it, but for the most part, like it's more of a detox lifestyle, not a weight loss lifestyle. Does that make sense? Let's get the likes up to 38. There's 38 people here. Let's get the likes up. And if you're not subscribed yet, you're going to want to subscribe. I'm going to start doing members only. You guys, I went to an event last night and I was like, oh my, I should have thought of this, but I'm going to start doing more behind the scenes stuff and showing you guys some juicy stuff behind the scenes. Nothing like too crazy, but like, you know, just some really interesting stuff in the moment. Like I think I'm going to go live in the moment when I'm at some of these events. So, just kind of be prepared for that. So if you also want to become a member, but it's the combination of the 4. And I literally had that revelation. I was like, oh my gosh, me eating these healthy raw foods this week is me helping my body detox. Me going to the sauna and the steam room is helping my body detox. Me drinking water all the time, right? With minerals in it, vitamins and minerals. If you don't have, a lot of us are just drinking plain purified water. If you're drinking plain purified water, mix it with some coconut water, or try to get some, like trace minerals or something, like some kind of good, there's so many out there, but trace minerals, put it in your water so you can actually get your, intake in, right? But that's detoxing, right? So I'm thinking, oh, I'm hydrating, but I'm actually also detoxing, because, right, I'm going to go to the restroom, comes in and also has to come out, right? Another thing, like when you eat raw vegetables, it is the elements of the raw vegetables go into our body and help us, due to the fiber and due to other elements in it, get rid of toxins and inflammation and bad bacteria and all that out of our body, right? So I just was like, oh my gosh, this is a detox book. If you can learn how to detox, it's almost like it's impossible to keep gaining a ton of weight. And I almost think it's more a little bit, I don't know. This is just, I'm kind of like, this is a new, I feel like I'm going to have more revelations as time goes on with my book. But like, the 4 pillars work, not because it's a weight loss book. It's because it helps you get rid of inflammation, which is due to detoxing. Raw vegetables are not high in fiber. Okay. So you're going to want to tap in. If you finally want to lose the weight, if you're headed for 40 like me, and you finally want to get your hormones, that's another thing. When you do the pillars, it is less stress on your body. It's more stress management for your body. Okay. It's stress management for your body. When you are managing your stress, you can actually lose weight. There's so many women that complain about not being able to lose weight, and men, but I mainly hear this from women, not being able to lose weight, and they go to the doctor and their hormones are all over the place. Like, they are doing the 6 days a week workouts. They are, which you don't need to do that, honestly, unless you're just like someone that loves, like, you just have a love for fitness. Like, you don't need to work out 6 days a week. You just need to move your body every day, but you don't need to work out that hard 6 days a week. Just FYI. But they do a hormone panel, and their hormones are all messed up. So it's like women are feeling, so overwhelmed and just feeling like, is it over for me? Like, I'm not confident anymore. I feel like I'm doing everything right. I'm drinking the water. I'm going to sleep early. I feel like I'm have the stress management. And then they find out that their insulin is all over the place. Their cortisol is all over the place. But when you have less sugar, you're getting more sleep. When you're doing HIIT cardio workouts and you're sweating, right? You're getting rid of toxins. Like, all the combination of all of that, it calms your hormones down. Like, I don't want to say calm it. It doesn't calm it down. It gets it back into sync. Like, it gets it back into this harmonious, balanced, right? Yep, I think my knees are inflamed. So yes, the detox is going to help. Okay. Doing juice cleanses, right? Like, and if you have access to a sauna, Lisa, and for anyone else, I've been doing the sauna. That is part of why, there's like a little glow. It's because of the food, the raw food, staying hydrated. I didn't get that much sleep last night, but that was like, I usually get 8.5 hours of sleep. Last night I only got 5, like maybe 5.5 hours. Cause you guys, so I got home at like 11:30, and I'm already usually asleep by 9. So I got home at 11:30. And then my body just like, I just was kind of like up at that point. So then I fell asleep. What up, Hallie? People were asking about you. People were like, where's Hallie? The last couple days. So my body like just woke up early. Even though I needed the 8 hours, it still just like woke up early. So I was like, man, like, darn it. Like, so I'm a little fatigued today. But outside of that, like, you guys, sleep is not a joke. We were not educated on what sleep really does to the human body. I think the reason why also I've been able to stay in front of like living a detox lifestyle is because of sleep. When you are asleep, imagine your body going into a chamber and the cells get like the night shift of the cells clock in and they start going to work. If you have a bunch of pizza, a bunch of pasta, a bunch of stuff on your stomach, what the workers, what they were supposed to do in the shipment department, in the shipping out of bad toxins in your body, it's like, nope, we're backed up on shipment over here. So they have to break down the boxes of, and when I say boxes, I mean the food, right? Like imagine yourself as a planet, and there's human beings on the planet, like we're on planet Earth, and there's different shifts. Well, the cells go, the night shift cells are supposed to do a certain type of task, and they don't get a chance to ever do it because they're working on all this food, right? So it's like when people don't sleep, like the hustle culture, get rid of it. It's a myth. We've been bamboozled. Sleep when you die. No. Like when you are, and again, like there's nuances, right? Like there is certain people that literally like they'll get a test, they only get 5.5 hours of sleep and they'll go get testing done and like all their levels are on point. But most of us, let's be real, we sacrifice sleep to like get something done, or like we feel pressure from work, or whatever, right? So sleep is huge. If anyone that knows me in real life, in real in person, physical life, not virtual life, they know me as someone that prioritizes sleep. Okay, so that's a huge one. Hallie says 100%. I've been going to bed around 10 and want to do 9ish. Yep. Like last night, I was like, okay, boom, no pressure. It's a Friday night. I went to a really, really cool event. And I'm actually going to post a blog about it. And it was in support of, it was like all these performers. I really didn't know half of them, to be honest, but there was like performers, and it was really to raise money for the LA fires. And, but if I'm not out at an event, I'm inside of the bed at 8 p.m. Like, number one, not everyone's like this, but number one, I'm an early person. I love being up early. Like I love the feeling of like the early bird, like literally hearing the early birds chipper away. I love watching the sunrise. Like I love that time period, but I also want to enjoy it and not feel fatigued, right? So I like to sleep early. And then they've done studies where if you are asleep from 10 to 2 a.m., that 4 hours, when you're synced up to the planet, those 4 hours is when you get the most of your REM sleep, and you're literally tapping into your optimal level of like your cells being able to do what it needs to do for your body to restore and replenish, right? So, and I feel it today, like my eyes feel like heavier. I can tell I didn't have enough sleep last night. Like my eyes literally feel heavy. So I'm going to go to sleep early tonight. But, so I say all that to say, like, let this be the year that you're willing to be uncomfortable. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is the number one thing that I did to get in front of my 30 fat pounds that I gained when I was 28, 29 years old. I was willing to be uncomfortable. That's the number one thing I did. Aside from the 4 pillars, I was willing to be uncomfortable for a little bit, for a little while, right? It was painful and all that, but I was willing to be massively uncomfortable to get permanent results. If you're willing to get up a little earlier, if you're willing to, try a new program that you haven't tried before, right? Get my ebook if you haven't tried, if you feel like you've tried other programs. This one works. It's $4.99, right? It's less than a Starbucks cup. And I'm just in awe. Like when I look back, I'm like, wow. So let this be the year that you're willing to be uncomfortable. Let this be the year that you're willing to go to bed earlier, wake up earlier. Let this be the year that you go after your dreams on your lunch break at work. Let this be the year that you stop gossiping. Let this be the year that you are not just keeping up on every baller alert, every Shade Room post, every CNN post, every Fox News post. Let this be the year that you get so laser, because I'm doing this too. I'm talking to myself too, by the way. I'm chipping away other things and getting laser focused. Like 2025, people have been saying thrive in 2025. My saying for it is come alive in 2025. Like actually bring those things to life. Like come alive. Let the body of your dreams come alive. Let the business of your dreams come alive. Let the relationship of your dreams come alive. Let your self-development come alive, right? You can't thrive in it if you haven't even done it, right? You haven't even started it. Let this be the year that you actually give something 90 days. Do not judge yourself. Do not even for 1 second try and see if something, oh, it didn't work, and you did not do it for 90 days straight. And I mean, of course you can't, like Lisa's doing the ebook, following the ebook right now. You can't do those HIIT cardio workouts. Like you literally like can't do those every day, but just the combination of it, right? 90 days. Go after your business for 90 days. 90 days, right? Then say, okay, is this kind of working? Then even after the 90 days, then turn around and look back and be like, okay, did it work 1%? Did something work at least 1%? And I almost guarantee that it did. But we don't give stuff enough time. Like the planet works on seasons. The seasons are 90 days. Corporations work on quarters. The quarters are 90 days. Like all these other entities, and the way that the cyclical thing of the way that life works is like almost like a 90-day increment. So we should be doing that minimum. Hallie says temporary pain for the long-term pleasure. Most people do the opposite, temporary pleasure for the long-term pain. Exactamento. Exactly. I need to go to bed at night. And it's difficult, right? Like, especially if the night owls, like this is where I'm sure there's research out there on like the fact that some people might really be night owls, but like they're not, Mamadou. Is this a Mamadou that I know in real life? Or is it another Mamadou? If it is, what's up? If not, what's up? So like what happens, okay, this is what it is. Let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, you're a night owl. Okay, let me know if I'm wrong, Lisa. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Most of the time, maybe not with you, because you like, it sounds like you're a hustler, you know, you work at a salon, you're about your business. Most other people, when they're night owls, they're wasting time at night. So like say they stay up till 2 in the morning and then they wake up at 6:30, or they always get 4 hours of sleep, 4.5 hours of sleep, 5.5 hours of sleep. From 10 to 1:30 a.m., they should be working on their business, but they don't. They watch Netflix. So whether you go to bed late and then sacrifice your sleep, or you go to bed early, wake up early, the 2 to 3 hour window of area of opportunity when the world is a little quieter, from like, you know, 11 to 1:30, right? Or 4:30 to 6:30, most people do not maximize on those hours. They stay up. And then for me, my brain is ready to relax. Like I can't work on my business at 11:30 at night. Like my body doesn't work like that. I definitely figured it out in college though, like literally working off of no sleep, but I was 18, 19, 20, 21. My body was durable enough to do that during that time, but no. I wouldn't be able to do that now. Okay. So I'm here for night owls, the night owl life. If you really are a night owl, only if this is Big Sister Cece talking to you. This is Coach Ciana talking to you. This is Auntie Cece talking to you. This is coming from a place of like really wanting to like wake you up. If you're not doing something productive from 10 to 1:30 a.m. and you're only watching Netflix, you're giving your life force energy to other actors in that Netflix show, you're paying their bills. If you're scrolling on Instagram, you're giving more money to all the people that have posted something about their business, and you're watching them work. Like literally, they posted about their business, and you're paying with your site, with your attention. You're paying with your time. I was working until 1:30 a.m. on my business. Boom. During the day, I was busy with clients. Okay, so that's the time. I love it. If you're not about the Lisa time, if you're not on that Lisa time like that, then there's no reason to be up at 1:30. If you're 30 and up and you're up from 10 to 1:30 kicking it, I'm gonna have to check you right now. Again, big sister CC, like that 2.5 hours, let's just say 2 hours. That's 10 hours a week. So Monday through Friday, that's 10 hours a week. Times that by 4, that's 40 hours a week from 10 to 12 that people are giving to Netflix, that people are giving to hanging out at the bar 5 nights a week because they're just bored. When they should really be asleep, get up at 4:30 a.m., work on your business from 4:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. And then, do you see what I'm saying? Or they should be dedicating. My mom is like that. So my mom is a night owl. Like I have been trying to get, she just won't. And I'm like, maybe my mom really is a night owl. Like I just need to respect it. And you know, she could be more productive during that time, but you know, she's in her 60s. And so she's graduated, right? Like she's earned that. But she was doing her thing in her 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, right? So she earned it to just be like not working on a business or whatever. Like she's graduated. But for the rest of us that are out here still trying to figure it out, we're still out here getting it. Like utilize that time. Utilize that time. Jalen says you are very insightful. I appreciate it. It's something where like over here, if you haven't, you know, I know people are just kind of coming in and out. If you're tapping in, we talk about this kind of stuff all the time, and it's really the same thing in different ways, different forms. And we talk about a variety of topics, but for the most part, this is a self-development channel, and we have to hit it from different angles because there's going to be a time where it's going to hit your spirit and you're actually going to be like, you know what, I'm going to actually level up. And again, there's aspects of this where I'm talking to myself. Mine is more like, I thought I was focused in 2022. I look back on 2022, huge area of opportunity. I thought I got focused in 2023. It was better than 2022. Still a lot of area of opportunity. I got probably the best in my 30s was last year. But now when I reflect, I'm like, I still was leaving time on the table. So 2025 is like even more. Okay. So tomorrow is my birthday. And I always love reflecting, looking back on the year. And I think that that's like the one biggest takeaway is there's a lot of things that I'm proud of myself for, but the biggest area where I could get better on, well, there's a few, of course, but one that I'll talk about right now is more concentrated focus. Concentrated focus. Those two together. Not just focus, but still have the phone next to me. Like concentrated focus. Like this. Like this. Straw. It's like dripping my water right now. Like this. Okay? This type of focus is the energy that I'm on. It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot to get this focused. But oh, there's like a little kid walking by crying. Okay? So if you're with me, if you made it this far on the replay, if you made it this far in the chat right now, if you made it this far on the replay, type in concentrated focus. Concentrated focus. Type that in. If you're watching this on the replay, if you made it this far, type in concentrated focus. That's the kind of energy that we're on this year. Okay? Getting rid of the clutter, getting rid of the unnecessary, like now, another thing that I need to work on is some things that haven't worked. I've literally done it for 365 days. Some things that haven't worked, I'm going to like get rid of. Godspeed says concentrated focus. Lisa says concentrated focus. Yep. Some things I do need to, like, I gave it not 90 days, not 120 days, not 150 days. I gave it 365 days, and that thing is just not working. So I'm going to cut that out and then shift that. Remember, we talked about swapping. I'm going to swap that out and swap in this focus, the concentrated focus. Okay. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. I feel like go back and check my last comment. Concentrated focus. Oh no, you said that? No, I really did not see it. I promise. I'm not kidding. Hold on. Up when I was like driving. That's a synchronicity. That is a serendipity. That is a sign from God that that's the energy that we need to be on. See, we're in sync right now. I put that on everything. I'm serious. I genuinely did not see you say concentrated focus. I promise. That's cool. You guys witnessed it right here. Wait, I want to know, where did you say that? Was it during when I was driving? I don't see it. Or maybe you're saying go, but I'm not sure. But okay, well, regardless, look, it's concentrated focus. That's the energy. We're on laser focus energy this year, and that's going to be the theme for the year. And I said this in December. Remember the team that was on the tribe in December when we were doing our 2024 a fitness check every day in December. I was saying come alive, right? We're bringing things alive with this concentrated focus kind of energy. That's like going to be the theme. I need to write that down. We're going to circle it back. Come alive in 2025, concentrated focus. Come alive in 2025, concentrated focus. Like that's just what it is. So apply that to anywhere. I know this is probably like kind of annoying. Reminds me of like, I mean, I have long nails on right now, but like when the nails are extra long and then people are just like, that's what I feel like this is. Like, I just feel like it's like an extension. So I need to put it down. So that's the type of energy that we're on. Apply that to anything. If you have a sucky attitude, if you're just not a pleasant person to be around, let's get concentrated on and let's fix it. If you are somebody that just like literally you annoy yourself with your bad attitude, get with the therapist, get your journal, get rid of the trauma. Let's eradicate things this year. Let's get in front of it this year. Just like how the detox was. Hallie, you weren't on yet, I don't think, but the ebook, I had a revelation this week when I was just only eating fruits and vegetables. I had a revelation that the ebook is a detox book. So when you're constantly getting in front of, like, okay, another thing. Okay, I'm sitting in front of, you can't really tell where I'm at. If you're sitting, see that trash right there? There's trash right there. Okay, there's a restaurant right here. The mall's over there. There's a trash right there. Okay, let me get my thing. There's a trash right there. Okay, dang it. And it's over full. It's filled up, right? It's literally, you can't tell, but it's spilling. It's literally spilling out. Okay? See that? We don't want that kind of energy. We don't want to be backed up like that trash. We don't want to be backed up. Okay? We want to get in front of it to where the garbage person that's supposed to always empty it, which is ourselves, right? Which is our journaling, which is us doing meditation and prayer, which is us finally hiring a therapist, whatever you got to do, whatever you got to do. You're not letting things get backed up like that trash can, right? We're always detoxing. So let's see, how's the money? I'm the concentrating, I'm concentrating on only things I want that will keep me leveling up and is will to give me 100% of every, because I'm going to give 1,000% of my focus. Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. This is what I want to say too. I had another revelation. For anyone that's older than me, please speak up about this. You guys, this is if you're 35 to 45, this is and again, if you're in your 50s, please someone like tap in with this. This is such a powerful time. This is the most potent time of our life if you're in this age bracket with me. Here's why. It's the sweet spot of you getting more wise. The immaturity is falling away. You getting more wise, but you're still in a powerful, like youthful-ish body. So what do they call it? They call it something in sports too, like where like an athlete, they like reach this level of like maturity, right? So even though they're getting like they're super fast and they're 18, they're super fast when they're 19, they're super fast when they're 20, maybe they're not as fast at 27, 28, 29 when they were 18, but they're still really, really fast, but that they're more mature, right? So when you're 30 to 45, this is a powerful time. This is going to shape the rest of our life. This is going to shape the rest of our life. If you don't take advantage of the sweet spot, right? Hustle Bunny is 53 with the energy of a 20. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. It's probably because you did something right. 30 to 45. I'm assuming, right? I'm not 53 yet, so I can't just say that. But like, it's like there's this sweet spot. And I think that you can either go one of two ways. And Hustle Bunny, let me know. You can either go, I'm getting older, I'm going to get lazier, I'm going to slow down, I'm going to get complacent, I'm going to or you can massively go the other way. And if you don't, because when you're 65 and you're trying to do this, anything's possible through the will of God. But you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest, it's easier right now. Okay. 79. I don't age fast. Okay. In sports, it's called your prime year. Okay. So I thought it was called something different, but yeah. So like in life, we're in our prime year, in my opinion, right? Because in my 20s, you know, you have all this other level of energy, you know, your collagen is pumping through your veins, you know, you look young and radiant, all this stuff. But like, I was so super immature. I thought I was mature. And in some areas I was, but when I look back, I'm like, oh my God, I was a hot mess in that area of my life, right? So it's like where you're lacking now in the 20s, you gain in the wisdom, but you're still youthful. You know, you're not young, but you're still youthful. So we gotta take advantage of these years. We gotta take advantage of these years. And I had that realization when I watched my grandma pass away, and I literally saw the light from behind her eyes go away. I was like, it's not a joke. We're gonna exit the planet one day. Like, it's okay. I get it. God. We really are gonna exit. So this potent time is gonna shape your 50s. It's gonna shape your 60s. It's gonna shape your 70s. My 20s were very ghetto. Mine too. And my early 30s were super ghetto too. Not gonna lie. And I love it though, because it's just part of our journey, right? Like there's the people that have it all the way together in their 20s those are anomalies, you know? Most of us are like super ghetto in our 20s. Hustle Bunny says, believe in God, and your mindset is the key to your success and happiness. Absolutely. And Ratchet, absolutely. So as the ghetto and the ratchet is falling away, we're like you know, we're turning into our like butterflied self, right? But like it's just a potent time period. So let's get in front of the sleep. Let's get in front of the weight. We're not going to be heading into the 50s with high blood pressure, diabetes. Like, we're not doing that. Hebrew says, I'm 44. During the sweet spot years, my body wasn't quite what it used to be, but it operated more efficiently and I started maturing. Boom. Exactly. Exactly. It's like where we lose that part, like we gain exponentially in the wisdom. Because every year you don't just like learn something. It's not like linear. Like every year you like exponentially grow, like learn something. Like that's kind of how I feel. Like from 33, it's like I exponentially learned a lot when I hit 34. And then I hit 34 and then I went boom. And then I hit 35 and then I went boom, boom. And then I hit 36 and I went boom, boom. Like I feel like the more years, because you have this accumulation and every time you have a revelation, it's not just like a one step. It's like the revelation bursts you open into another dimension. So where we gain there, we lose it with like our knees and our cartilage and our tendons, you know. But 70-year-olds are out here getting it. Like if you type in 70-year-old fit 70-year-olds, there's thousands of them on YouTube. Thousands. So even that's not an excuse anymore of having, oh, my knees are shot, my back, my spine, like all that. Yeah, if you have a critical, you know, like a serious health condition, that's not what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about for the good old fashioned lazy American that most of us are, like, and we just don't want to like move, right? We just have to get over it. Like the first 2 weeks of doing the reset, I was like, you guys, I literally wanted to fall asleep sometime on the live. Sometimes I didn't want to go live. Like it was a struggle the first 2 weeks of doing the reset. And then now I feel like, woo, like, let's go. Like, let's get it. Like, let's come alive. Like the energy is flowing. But I had to have that uncomfortable 2 weeks at the beginning of the year. So by the way, what I want to say is, looking up fit women that are a decade older than me, was such an amazing tip. Thank you. Yes. One of my favorite ones is Melissa. Have you seen, or Melanie? Is it Melissa or Melanie? I'm going to show you her right now. Everybody should follow her. I personally like her style. I think her name is Melanie. Oh, no. Or maybe it's Melissa. Oh, yeah. Melissa Neal. So 50. Way fit than all of us probably on this live. Way super fit. Okay, this is her. She's 56, I think. Now, I personally don't care. To have like the bodybuilder look. But like, you know, if you follow a bodybuilder halfway, then you're going to kind of get to like close to that. I don't care to like have this like heavy of a look, but this was her. This was her in her 40s. This is her in like, I think early 40s. And this is her in her mid 50s going into 60s. Okay. There is no excuse. So like excuses, they're gone. Like, oh, well, I'm getting older and the internet, but it myth busted all that. The myth of slowing down when you age is the biggest trick of the world. Oh, you subscribe to her? Okay, perfect. And there's so many women like her. I just like her style, but there's so many women like her that are 50 up. And it's like, I'm really finding out how important muscle building is. I no longer care about building muscle for looks. It's literally, what are they calling it? Muscle is the organ of longevity. Muscle is the organ of longevity. So, you know, when you see people and they're like looking loose, their muscle, like there's like no muscle there, like, you know, and even in their 30s, even people in the 30s and 40s, like, and there's just nothing there. It's like you already can see your future. You might be someone that falls. And you guys, when you fall, when you're older, it's not a joke. It's not a joke when you fall when you're older. Like when you fall, some people, that's it. Like they end up getting an infection and it's over with. I was watching a podcast yesterday. This doctor, she's a geriatric doctor, and she said that 50% of women that fall one time will never walk again. 50%, you fall one good time, that's it. Because they didn't build the muscle, enough skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscle is this, right? This is skeletal muscle, right? Because you want to try to preserve this, you want to preserve all, like, having strength in your core. I no longer now think about it for aesthetics. Like, I'm that immature like way of like looking at it, that's on the bottom. It's not, it feels nice to feel confident about yourself, right? Like, let's be honest. But like in my 20s, that was like the main purpose, right? That was the main purpose, right? I'm gonna move up a little bit because these people are. I like when restaurants are like really connected with the regulars. Okay. So let's go, Uncle Elon. So, okay. Dale, I respect bodybuilders, but prefer the fit look. Been a martial arts practitioner since I was 17. Oh, wow, I'm 40. Now it paid off. You put in those deposits and now you're 40 feeling better than ever, right? Like, it's just like that perfect sweet spot. Hallie says, my problem is that personal trainers work you too hard from the start. I don't want to feel like I have to vomit. That's a good point, Hallie. If there's any personal trainers on here, they need to take that into account. Because that's true. Like, unless you have a personality like me, like I love, like I actually, literally, it's funny that you said that. I literally said this the other day to my fitness trainer where, you know, you guys always see me wrapping my arms. The woman that I go to, I literally go, oh my gosh, if I don't feel like I'm on the verge of throwing up, I didn't get a good workout. But that's just my personality. Like, I like to like push myself to the limit, but not everybody's like that. Like, that's very like discouraging and like, it's not sustainable, right? So that's a really good point. People do, like, everyone has their own, what would I call it? Like their own growth bell curve. Everyone has their own, and not one is better than the other. Everyone has their own bell curve. And so sometimes like we just try to push people too hard. So I get it. Does keto really work? I've done keto before. It does work. It's just too difficult for me to do it while being plant-based. It's just way too difficult. But keto does work. Yep. Godspeed says, don't give up, Hallie Cherry. Hallie says, plus it was Ramadan when I was doing the personal trainer. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Yeah, you were going for Olympic level, Olympian level during Ramadan. Yeah, that's a lot. Hustle Bunny says, you're an early bird trying to catch the worm. Say you can catch the worm. What's your next move? So, you know, at the end of the day, guys, like when I get on these lives, I'm no expert. I always say that all the time. I am not, like, I'm well researched. I'm like a scientist on myself, like, and I'm the guinea pig on myself. So anyone that is tapping in with me, number one, I love when you guys tell me what you guys have researched. But number two, mold what I'm saying to fit what is best for you. Okay? I know sometimes I can get like a little preachy or whatever, but like mainly I'm in it with you guys. So if something's not working, or if I'm saying something and it's like, that's unrealistic, Ciana, I understand that, like, being somebody that has no children, I'm not married, right? I know that I can have this like wake up early, do my morning routine, you know, that's why I have no excuse. Like, if anything, it's like, there's nothing like, other than like that time of the month that women have to deal with every month, other than that time period, there's no excuse for me to like not be out here getting it. So, you know, if someone is hearing me and they're like, oh, but I have kids, or, oh, I have a spouse, like, just try to adjust it to your lifestyle. I'm going to ask you, I'm at ask 100%. I'm not inquiring. I'm ask. Wait, I'm confused. Hustle Bunny, I'm ask you 100%. I'm not inquiring for myself. Can you reword that for me? Lisa, same here. I have no excuses. I looked in the mirror when I was 28 and I was like, I don't have no children. Why am I out here gaining 30 pounds? Headed for diabetes? That's just laziness. That's just like poor stress management. Because I was dealing with stress with sugar. Yes, preach to the young girls so I can get a wife that has your spirit. Yeah. I do have, when I looked at my analytics, I have the range of women that, the biggest chunk that listens to me is 24 to 45. That's the biggest chunk. But then I do have a chunk of 18. I think it's like 15% of 18 to 24. You guys, I wish I had this information at 18. If you're 18 and you're listening to me, if you're not taking this serious, you're just fumbling. You're fumbling. You're just fumbling. Because me, Hallie, Lisa, we didn't have access to this kind of information. You only had access to it if you happen to get lucky with the auntie. You know, you happen to get lucky with maybe the industry or the city that you lived in, or like maybe like just some kind of access to someone in your community. But this endless abundance of information. So if you're 18 to 24, I don't want to hear it. Godspeed says just 10 minutes a day can change your life depending on the exercise you do. Exactly. And I talk about those exercises in my ebook. There's the exercises in my ebook. You only have to do 15 minutes a day. 90 days. You do that 4 times a week for 12 weeks straight. You're going to look in the mirror and be like, who is that? Of course, with, the good sleep, the eating, all that. Eating is number one. But Dale says, I can't, or rather don't want to talk about fitness and training. I've trained to climb in a gauge and a gag with men that want to break me. I'm going to assume no one in here can relate. What's you guys can make fun of me. It's okay. What's a gag or a gauge or what is that? Nelson says, yeah, 18 to 26 have easy access to older people. You get literally free mentorship. Like, it's crazy. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I love it. My birthday's tomorrow. Hustle Bunny says, welcome to the, I was reading your whole name. I'm asking you, if you catch the worm, are you able to move and do what you want? I think I'm like getting confused, or maybe maybe I only got 5.5 hours of sleep. I'm just going to guess at what you mean. I'm asking you, if you catch the worm, are able to move and do what you want, what is your next move? I mean, at the end of the day, in the morning, when I'm up and ready to go, and I ground myself every morning at 4:30 or 5:15, like just that time period, and I ground myself with getting my thoughts together, starting off calm, talking to God, even if it's only 5 minutes or 2 minutes, right? Some days are different, but every day when I ground myself, I just feel like the rest of my day flows automatically. When I don't do that, I can tell. So, like when I'm that 2.5 hours of potent energy is what I really focused on in 2024. And I noticed it, the manifestation of that was in 3 areas: in my finances, in my physical life, right? My physical, like just like being able to keep up with my workouts and all of that, and my mental life. I saw the fruit of that 2.5 hours. Like, this is the most I've ever focused on taking advantage of that 2 hours in 2024 was the first time I ever like started to focus on that. This year, I want to maximize it even more. Cash says, happy birthday and happy birthday in advance to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yay. Happy birthday in advance. It's going to be awesome. Thank you. I'm celebrating my mom. I said this at the beginning of the live, but I know people have been popping in and out. I'm taking my mom to dinner for my birthday because really my birthday is the anniversary of when she gave birth and had a complete transformation in her life and literally like saw the power of God. Any woman that gives birth, I'm just like, oh my gosh. So really we really should be tapping in with our mom. Like that was a day when my mom was 25 years old as a young lady. She gave birth to a human. Like she literally saw what her body can do. She literally transformed that day. A whole nother level of responsibilities, a whole other level of all these, of just like you just transform, I'm assuming, right? So I'm taking my mom to dinner for my birthday. Shout out to all the moms. Yes, I say happy giving birthday to my mom. Oh, I love that. I love that. Happy giving birthday. It's true. Like we think about our moms on just like the generic Mother's Day, but like we really need to be like, you know, focused on like our mom too. I agree. My birthday celebrated to let me see. Oh, okay. Wow, such a great daughter. I mean, look, took a lot of maturity and growth, but yeah. So I've had so many birthdays where like I've gone out of town and I've gone to an island. One year I was on a yacht. One year, you know, like I've done a lot of like that kind of stuff. This year, I just want to keep it chill. I want to have a beautiful dinner and just celebrate my mom. So that's what I'm doing. All right, guys, I'm going to go get this 10,000 steps in. I want to pop on, say what's up, tap in, connect with the tribe. If you have not liked the video yet, you want to support the channel, it is what it is. I annoy myself with saying it, but when you guys like the video, it really does push out the video. Like it does get this information out to people that need to hear it. So my channel, this channel, I'm the steward of this channel, is a community of people that gather together to like congregate and just be like, whoo, okay, what are we doing to like self-develop? It's not a reaction channel to drama. It's not a political channel. This is where we take a break. This channel is a break from that stuff. So tap in if you're about that life, tap in, and subscribe. You still should be celebrated. I wish I was your man. I appreciate it. Lisa says, thanks for the chat. I'm going to do my workout. Okay, let's go. Everybody get their workout. I'm about to get my 10th. I'm doing an active rest day. I'm really sore from the week. So I'm going to do an active rest day. I got my headphones. I wear these when I want to like really get it in. I mainly like the ones that like go on top of the ear, but this is my favorite. Tap it. I'm about to be like this, right? Getting my 10,000 steps in, and editing while I'm going to be on the treadmill. Let's go. No pain, no gain, period. All right, guys, have a beautiful rest of your day. Have a beautiful Saturday. And I might pop on tomorrow on my birthday and say hi. So, bye.